I don't know, there's still some stuff in the basement.
What basement?
Give me the Bengals. Who did?
Yeah.
Who did?
Because I don't really know what Jason Garrett did. I think somebody just flushed the toilet down the hall.
Yeah. Yeah, you can hear it flushing from
I was like, is it raining in here?
The basement.
The basement. Welcome to the basement.
for you.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Basement, Episode 2. We've been dying to get back down here and shoot. Cole, welcome back. I'm excited to be here.
It's awesome. We got everybody here. We got Asim. We got Ethan on a real podcast this time. We got Sam behind the camera. Look at her.
We got the whole squad.
So happy.
Yeah.
So happy.
It's been
Tuesday
fun.
night.
Had some nice messages from some friends about this. Had some good comments
Yeah.
on the first one. It was fun.
A lot of good comments.
Yeah.
A lot of, hey, I watched your pod. Actually, it's just a lot of, I watched your podcast. I go, oh, yeah, cool. You like it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, at least people are watching.
All right.
We had a big weekend of football, some crazy college football, some basketball, a lot of NFL going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're going to start with probably the hottest topic in sports right now, and that's the college football playoffs. As we know, they announced it on Sunday who all made it this year into the 4-team playoff, the last one, and there is a lot of controversy behind it.
Oh, my goodness.
Would you
So
like to take
we're
it away?
going, yeah, I'll go for it. So we got Michigan at the 1, Washington at the 2, and those were like the 2 locks going in. And then when Texas beat the crap out of Oklahoma State, I was like, all right, they're probably getting in. And Alabama beats Georgia.
Screwed up everything.
Oh.
Everything. Just ruined
In
it.
my heart, I was like, oh my goodness, they're going to put them both in. They're going to put Alabama and Georgia in. They're going to screw over the Pac-12 one more time, get one last dig in at them. But, and then, did you see it was the night before ESPN put out the odds to make the playoff after all the games happened. And they had Michigan at like 99, Washington 98, Florida State 97% they had the night before, which I don't think those are betting odds, but it's still, it's the ESPN odds. Yeah. And I was like, all right, well, I guess Florida State did everything they had to do. They won all of their games. They're a Power 5 team.
Won the conference. Literally nothing else they could have done.
And they had a tough non-conference schedule.
Exactly.
They played LSU, Florida. Did they play Notre Dame this year or no?
I don't think so.
Remember.
They might have. I'm not totally sure. But regardless,
But beat the crap out of LSU early.
and like even Alabama was talking about this, and Florida State has a good reason. Why schedule big non-conference games now if it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
Like,
if your quarterback gets hurt, you don't get in, I guess.
yeah.
I sent a thing to Ethan yesterday after the Monday night game because Trevor Lawrence got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the NFL playoff committee is going to vote the Jaguars out of the playoffs because Trevor Lawrence is hurt.
I mean, basically. And so for me, like when I've talked to you about it, my question is, are we putting in the 4 best teams or the 4 most deserving teams?
And I think what they did was a combination of both.
Exactly.
Because they didn't pick. Because the 4 best teams, if I'm being honest, the 4 best teams are probably Michigan, Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, are probably the 4 best teams in college football. But the 4 most deserving are Michigan, Washington, Texas, Florida State. And
I know Texas beat Alabama, but like
Texas
Texas's loss is worse than Alabama's. Alabama's big win is way bigger.
But they beat them. Like
it's true, and it's true. It is true. The head-to-head does matter. It is true.
That's the only. I mean, and they both won their conference. So that plus I hate the SEC, and it would have been so nice to just see no SEC team in there at all. But you knew they were gonna throw one in no matter what.
Yeah,
it didn't matter. A 2-loss team would have got in from the SEC.
Yeah, maybe.
They were not putting Florida State in there.
It's ridiculous. It
the
is.
moment Jordan Travis's leg turned 90 degrees,
it's over.
They were like, all right, thank God we don't have to put them in. We can get whoever we want in there.
The video of their room when they see that they don't get in, it hurt me. I was like, what else do you want them to do? Did you see that someone transferred today, like on their team, and
Florida State?
I didn't read what it was, but they apologized to the fans for it, and I'm assuming it's because like if we can't, I don't get it, but if we can't win here, like maybe we got to get out. I don't know.
Well,
That's probably maybe not why, but it's just like I would be so upset, and I think people were leaving, and Mike Norvell got up and he's like, wait, like come back, like let's talk about it or something. Like what else do you want him to do? Beat everyone by like 30? Like I don't understand.
they want them to not have their quarterback get hurt. That's the only thing.
And it's
that
not,
was it.
It's not their choice.
Why, like what Mike Norvell said, why play the games if they don't matter?
Yeah,
You
none
go
of
13-0, you win all your games, you play good teams, win your conference.
I mean, they won the
Still don't
conference
get it.
without their quarterback, and I get it.
Yeah,
they didn't do a good.
They had a third string
Mhm,
playing.
mhm.
They beat Louisville, who's a good team.
Yep.
Their
defense played
Florida
phenomenal.
State has a legit roster. Like they have a lot of talent. They have a good defense, good offensive weapons.
Top
and,
three receiver.
Yeah, well,
Oh, it's probably Marvin Harrison, Aduze. I probably said his name wrong. I apologize. And then-
Rome. I just call him Rome.
Yeah, Rome, and
Yeah.
then Keon Coleman.
You think so? What about Malik Neighbors, the LSU?
Oh, he's good. He's good. I did
I
see
don't-
that Troy
dude, I didn't
Franklin's
wa- I-
stats were
Oh,
better
and I
than
forgot,
Marvin
Troy Franklin's
Harrison's
good.
this year.
Yeah, no,
Apparently,
he was really good. But wasn't Marvin Harrison hurt at least one game?
Yeah,
wasn't he?
actually that makes sense.
But yeah, I didn't watch like Malik Neighbors' stats are crazy, but I think the only game that I watched him play was Florida State, the first game of the year that I watched any LSU game all year.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, the 12-team playoff. If it was
gonna
this year,
fix- oh,
if it was this year,
it'd been
dude,
so nice.
like if it was this year, the top 12: Michigan, Washington, Texas, Alabama, Florida State, Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Missouri, Penn State, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. But I bet you they put Liberty in over one of those teams.
And
yeah.
have it would be Liberty Florida State.
Yeah,
You think Liberty wins that game?
who knows? Liberty's offense kind of fun. I think what's crazy about all this though, like I get it, it's so hard to put Georgia in, but like being Georgia, you're the most dominant team by a long shot the last 2 years. Back-to-back national champions and one loss just takes you
29,
out.
yeah,
Which
29
like
wins
I
in
get
a
it.
row.
I get it. You got to win the big one, but it's like,
It's like, yeah.
like everyone was like, yeah, Alabama shoe in, number one, whatever. And then Nick Saban was like, let me just not lose to Georgia. I think what is he 3-1 against them or something like that?
In the last,
He's never lost to him in an SEC championship.
yeah. But I think Kirby's beat him.
He beat him in their last meeting, but it wasn't in. I think it was a regular season matchup.
Yeah, because didn't they beat him for their first title? Yeah, and then I think they
Oh,
beat
really?
him in a regular season game.
I guess I'm
I
just
think he's beat
lying
him.
about it.
No, but I know what stat you're talking about. He was 3-1 against them in their last
something like
maybe
that.
last 4 meetings.
Just a shame, but it's going to be exciting nonetheless. I mean, who do you think wins the first matchups?
I was talking about this. I know who I want to win. Who do I think? I'm pessimistic.
Give both.
Who I want to win? I want Michigan to beat the hell out of Alabama, and I want Washington to beat the hell out of Texas, and then I want Washington to win the whole thing. Pac-12, go out on top.
Which would be so ironic.
Yeah.
Just the last year.
Oh, it would be awesome. It would be something. And it would be like, I mean, what I think's going to happen, because I'm such a pessimistic, but I think Alabama's going to beat Michigan. Don't stop nodding your head at me.
I think that's true too. I think it's gonna be a close game, but I think they're still gonna beat Alabama's got a good defense.
Yeah, they do. And I think Texas is probably going to beat Washington.
I also think Alabama beats Michigan. I do think Texas-Washington might be closer.
No,
than
I
what
think
people
I think it'll be a close game.
I think
no
it could be
matter
a
what.
shootout. I think Quinn Ewers and Penix might both throw like 5 touchdowns in that game and just have it be a shootout. I really do hope Washington wins it, but I do think again I kind of think Alabama might just I was
so much talent.
bro.
There's so much talent
I
on
was
the
so
roster.
impressed by Milrose that game. Like he just kind of
He's turned his season around.
like
Give him
completely.
the Heisman.
No, yeah, I mean SEC favorism. Come on,
Give me the Heisman.
He's just so fast. Like
Oh,
they're like he's the fastest guy in their offense.
See him on this. He is big.
Yeah.
I looked up because I saw him. He was on the phone. It was after a touchdown drive in that game, and he was on the phone on one of their phones talking to the OC up in the box and standing next to somebody. I'm like, he is huge. I looked up how big he was. He's only 6'2", 6'2", 220. But
And he's 220 running at you that fast, like and that quick. I mean,
he's
he
a
won the game
freak
with his
athlete.
feet. He won the game with his feet at the very end. He got the first down.
it's just so weird how like he stunk to begin the year. Like against Texas, they lost by 10 to Texas. What was that? Second game of the year? Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited regardless to watch it, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just,
What kind of sucks though, it's the college football playoff killed bowl games
yeah.
because now any other bowl game doesn't really matter. Like, what is it? I mean, it's just pride. It's a pride thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to the NFL, all these guys, like, none of the guys who have a shot at going into the draft are going to play.
I heard Bo's going to play.
Really?
I was talking to someone about it today.
They got, who did they get in their bowl game?
Liberty.
Oh, is it the Holiday? What is it, the Holiday Bowl?
Yeah.
Or the Fiesta Bowl?
Liberty. I think I'm trying to pull it up right now.
I think Florida State. Georgia's the Fiesta Bowl.
I think they're a holiday.
I was hoping Oregon would have got like Georgia or like Florida State, and I was shocked to see Liberty, but I was like undefeated, like we can kind of see where they're at. Like it'll be fun. I don't know how good their defense is, but their offense is fun. I watched their conference championship game, and that is their first year in the.
What conference are they in right now?
I can't remember. This is their first
Is it
year.
Conference USA?
I can't remember. I literally watched the game, but it was their first year in it, and they went undefeated and won it. And they kind of I can't remember if they won it handily. I literally watched the game. Like I don't know why I can't remember, but they run like a fun little mix in some triple options, some little spread. It's very unique.
That's what got Malik Willis drafted.
Exactly. Yeah.
And now he's probably going to be out of the league soon.
Yeah, which it's crazy how quick those things can happen. Hey, shout out Jake Browning. Speaking of college football, we'll talk about him later, but.
Shout out.
Apple Cup rematch next week. Gardner Minshew and
that's gonna be crazy.
Jake
It's gonna be
Browning.
awesome.
It really is.
Conference. Oh yeah, Liberty's in Conference USA. They beat New Mexico State,
Who had a good
who
year
is
also.
probably their best season in their history.
Mhm.
They've been one of the worst Division I football teams for as long as I've been alive.
One of my most successful NCAA 13 rebuilds, New Mexico State.
Really?
I bought, this was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I was just having the itch,
To play some college football.
just having that itch to play some NCAA. And I bought, because the game goes on eBay for like $100 alone. And I found a 360 and the game together for like $60.
Wow.
And I was like, this is literally like highway robbery that I'm
Yeah.
getting away with.
Dude, the college football that I've been playing is 09 on the Wii.
That is so fire. On the Wii,
Yeah, man.
does it work good?
I mean, I like it just because the defense, like, you just shake and you just run over people. That's what because I got the nunchuck. Yeah, you shake. Dude, I'm the defensive end. I shake. I just run through their tackle every time. I get like 9 sacks a game.
This does mid
It's
blitz
awesome.
before the mid blitz.
Mhm.
That's so funny.
It's awesome.
Well, let's move on. College football, can't wait. There is one more regular season game actually coming up this weekend.
Oh yeah, Army Navy.
Army
Who do you
Navy.
got? Let's go around the room. Who do you
Let's
got?
go around the room. Let's see, who had the better year? I can't even remember. Well,
Let's look at it.
is the C?
Well, Army,
is
Army
this
was
C
Army
or
was
land?
5 and 6.
I'll go see.
C over land.
Yep.
Oh, you're a big C guy, huh?
Yep.
Navy was. Oh, they're both 5 and 6. It's gonna be a good game.
Who has more rushing yards?
Oh, Army was kind of chucking it around this year, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go Army. I'll go Army.
You think Army? I'm gonna have to go Navy then.
All right.
Navy too.
Go Navy, beat Army.
All right. Well, let's check. Okay, NFL. Where do we want to start, Cole? What was the most exciting thing for
The
you
most
this
exciting
weekend?
thing for me this weekend?
No.
Bang bang, baby. Dom DiSandro couldn't stop us. You saw Big Dom get a. Do you watch any of the games?
I didn't get to watch it, but I did
so you
hear.
didn't see.
I heard about it. I didn't see it, but
You didn't see the Eagles' head of security go up to Dre Greenlaw and put his hand in his face, and then Dre Greenlaw does the same thing, and then they both get thrown out of the game.
It's. You give your opinion on it first.
Well, I don't understand. I've never seen somebody who's not a coach or like involved with the team like that, like get that close to the field and like touch a player. And that's what Shanahan's problem was with it. He was like, how did this guy come in contact with one of our players? Like, I've never seen any other team's head of security anyway.
No, like just.
Like, I don't know who the Niners head of security is. Like, why do I know Big Dom's name? They knew him.
Big Dom.
Yeah, like Greg, it was Greg Olson. It was Fox,
Yeah.
and
Really?
they knew. They were like, "Yeah, that's Big Dom. That's Big Dom." I'm like, "How do you know who that guy is?
Why-
Is he?" I was thinking he was like the O line or D line coach.
Like, no, he's
They're
head of
like, "Nope,
security."
that's the head of security.
Well, I think what was ridiculous to me, and what I think Kyle Shanahan said, he's like, we lose our starting linebacker,
Yes, we
and
lost
they
a
lose
player.
their head of security. It's
didn't
like
lose
he
anything.
should be gone because you can't be touching our players, and you're almost like, again, it's like he's a moment retaliation thing, but like,
Mm-hmm.
You obviously, yeah, Dre Greenlaw probably shouldn't be doing that. But also, like, if someone is getting in your face like that, and you don't know who it is, coming just from the sideline.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't punch him. He just kind of, I mean,
Like glazed his nose.
he kind of went,
Glazed
he kind
his nose.
of pointed at him aggressively. He went,
With his fist, stop.
it was, well, they only show it in slow motion, so it looks like he was like punching at his face, but it was more like pointing at his face.
Are you talking about Tom, the big
Dre.
Oh, Dre. Okay.
Yeah, Greenlaw. And yeah, he like it was like a graze of the face, and they threw him out. Didn't matter. I think we were up a touchdown at that point, and we won 42-19.
It's a lot of points. I've just been thinking about how my boys did this weekend.
Maybe the best football game that
Ever.
maybe.
Probably.
Where was it in Foxborough?
It was. Wow. It was at home.
And I don't understand how.
6-0.
And this goes back to, I think, like how
38, 1938.
Brandon Staley could be the first coach ever to be fired after a win.
I it's just been
How do you
rough.
only score
It's been
6
rough.
points?
Forget
About the Patriots because
the last 3 games we've allowed 10 points or less, and we've lost every single one. I can't remember what the stat was, but it's like
since
this
1938.
1938, no one's ever done it. And this year, it's like everyone who has allowed 10 or less points this year, it's like 42-3 or something.
I'm gonna look up the 1938 NFL standings.
The last 3 games the Patriots have done it. For one, this shows how Bill Belichick is still a defensive guru, in my opinion.
Oh no, he's a fantastic defensive
Like, it's
coach.
just fact. We're missing our 2 best defensive players, and I forget I sent it to like a group chat, and I said elite defense, but the offense is whatever the opposite of that is. It is just so bad.
You want me to tell you who the 1938 NFL?
Yeah, I'd love to.
So in the Western Division, you had the Green Bay Packers, the Detroit Lions, the Chicago Bears. I think at that point it was the Cleveland Rams and maybe the Chicago Cardinals. Or maybe, I don't know if it was Chicago or St. Louis at that point. And then in the East, you had the New York Giants, the former Washington Redskins, the Brooklyn Dodgers in third with a 4-4-3 record, and the Eagles and the Steelers. So 10 teams. And the Brooklyn Dodgers were one of those teams.
The last time a team's offense were this bad, a baseball team was
playing football.
like that's just ridiculous. Yeah, and we guess what? Primetime, maybe Thursday, Patriots Steelers.
Oh,
Did you see in the graphic for that game? They had T.J. Watt, and then for the Patriots graphic, it was Bill Belichick.
because there's not a player. Who would you put up there? Who's the Patriots' best player right now? Judon's hurt, right?
Judon's hurt. Christian Gonzalez is hurt. You could put like
Zeke?
like Kyle Duggar, maybe Zeke. You could put Zeke, Kyle Duggar. I mean, Jabril Peppers been having a great year. He did.
He did say,
say that we were ass. I was
You're
so
lucky
funny.
we're so ass.
Yeah, that was.
Then he had to apologize. Did you see?
I mean, like
what do you think that they come into the team meetings on Monday? They're all pissed at him. They're like, "You said we were ass."
he's like, I mean, what do you?
You got to go apologize to your teammates. And he did. He's like, we shouldn't be talking about this. We're 2-8 right now. Shouldn't be what we're focusing on.
It's just so brutal.
But he's not wrong.
But we are now locked in.
Thank God for Kyler Murray.
We're locked in for that two spot in the draft. So as of now, we're getting Caleb Williams, Drake May, or MHJ.
So the Bears have the 1 right now?
Yeah, because of the
There's the
Panthers.
Panthers.
Let's win some games. Let's win some games.
They will. Hey, I have faith. They're going to get 3. I think they'll get 3. You don't think so?
I mean, looking at
I don't even need to look at their schedule.
Looking at the schedule, let's see. The tankathon. Let's see how it's going to play out. If my internet does not work down here. Welcome to the basement, everybody.
Welcome to the basement.
But while we were setting up, there was a toilet flushing for probably
There was,
15
for a long
minutes
time.
straight. Sounded like it was raining in here.
It's exactly how I want it to sound, always.
It's just brutal. I mean, Mac didn't play. Bailey Zappi started the whole time. They even called up Malik Cunningham. I kind of hope that he plays a bit on Thursday.
Called him up?
Mm-hmm. He was
Didn't
on the
they
practice
release him?
squad.
They
They released
released him
him,
before the
brought
year.
him to the practice squad, and I think they have him on the roster as a receiver, so we can have him as like a third quarterback, kind of. I think.
Just
But
Well,
I could see him playing in this game, and knowing how their pass rush is going to be, he could be kind of electric on the feet, maybe. But it's been a rough year as
I
a
really
Pats fan.
I really don't think they're. I think you know what I think they're doing. Like they're trying to lose because, I mean, they're playing Zappy, but Bill's also like, hey, look at what I can do. I could still hold a team to 6 points.
Yeah, I mean it's true though.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, fire him, get his bum ass out of here. It's like, dude, This guy has like our best defensive players are hurt. We played. I mean, I know the Chargers have been having like a Charger season, but it's still like Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler, like
who was
good
nothing.
players.
He was nothing.
And Belichick just knows how to shut these dudes down, and it's great.
I'll say it once. I'll say it again. Bill Belichick needs to step down as the GM. Let somebody else get in there.
That I can get. That I can understand. But I'd be down for him to be. What if? New position. Cut the GM role in half. Let Bill do the defensive stuff. And get us an offensive
He
GM.
only focuses on the defensive
Bring us
players.
Danny Ainge to
Yeah, but
come in.
what happens in like they have their first round pick and Bill wants to take a D lineman and the other guy wants to take a quarterback.
Call up Daddy Kraft. Make him.
He goes, I need a massage.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god. Okay.
Hey, first off, the Panthers. Do you have the Panthers schedule?
I was
up?
just gonna look at it, but
you got it.
they play Tampa Bay. They're at Tampa. Oh wait, no, that's this week.
That was this
my
week.
God.
They got this. They're at the Saints this coming week.
They could win that one.
Yeah, and then the Falcons at home.
They could
which
win two in a
win
row.
that. I mean, they play the the Packers. Yeah,
They'll probably lose that
they'll
one.
probably lose it, but it's not a. I mean, it's a winnable game. The Jaguars, depending on who's their quarterback for that game, that's a winnable game, and then the Bucks to end the year. I mean, like none of those are.
Well, then while we're on it, let's jump down to our picks from last week.
Oh yeah, let's talk about those.
We had a solid week last week with our picks.
It was a good week.
I think it's funny. We ended up just not picking the Chargers-Patriots game.
I don't even
looking
know
back
why.
at
We started talking about it and then we just
We're
moved
just like,
on.
toilet bowl. Let's see. I went for the week 8-4, and Cole went 9-3. He had me. What was the different pick?
The different picks were, you picked the Texans and I picked the Broncos and you got that one right. I picked the Cardinals and you picked the Steelers and I got that one. I took my Niners and you didn't, and that's on you.
Fair enough.
And then you took the Browns and I took the Rams. Oh, and then you took the Packers, which was a good pick.
That was. I wish I got to watch more of that game, but
Me too.
So this has been my worst season ever in fantasy football.
And it
in
has been
any
my
league.
best.
I have been terrible, and I thought I put all my faith in Jordan Love a little early. Maybe I took him in both my
I
leagues.
feel like he hasn't been horrible. I mean, maybe he had a stretch there.
The beginning was
middle.
rough. The beginning was rough.
Really?
Yeah, I went like 0 and something. Not mainly because of him, but I took him and Watson in multiple leagues. I was like, this is
him
going to
and
be
Watson?
Yeah, and then it just kind of didn't work out. But then they're figuring it out, which is
They are.
exciting. Aaron Rodgers has said he was really excited with how he's playing.
He's got the approval.
Yeah, he's got the approval, but it's
The
crazy.
guy that used to be there.
They're just going from Brett Favre.
Does
they
he have
went
Brett
straight
Favre's
to Aaron
approval?
Rodgers? Didn't Brett Favre? Yeah, I don't.
Does
think
he have
so.
Bart Starr's approval?
Well, we should go back and ask. But hey, Packer football.
No, they looked. I mean, from what I heard,
Aaron
they looked
Jones
good.
coming back. They could sneak
Is
in
he
the
back
playoffs
next week?
I think so. Yeah.
Man, AJ Dillon's kind of been disappointing.
Yeah, I expect a little more. I mean, he's not terrible, but he's not like God. That dude's big.
Yeah,
He should. Oh, imagine if he was just like Eddie Lacy 2.0.
just keeps eating. Just need to feed him more.
Dude,
He could be a lineman.
when he came to Seattle, I remember one of my best friends. He's a big Seahawks fan, and I remember Eddie Lacy going there, and he went to a game that year, and he sent me a picture of him on the sideline, and he was like, "Yeah, he's a big
He's
guy."
that big. What do you think? What do you think Eddie Lacy's heaviest weight was? I'm gonna look it up.
That's so funny. We're what a topic we've moved to. I don't even know how tall is he. Just what is it?
5'11".
Oh, I thought you were gonna say how much he weighed. Oh my god.
511
what?
pounds. The heaviest running back ever.
Well, what is it? Can't
Um,
move the stats out there.
That'd be huge.
his heaviest was 267
Oh my,
for a running back.
that's huge.
It's a big fella. I mean, powerful, hard to take him down. I did not know that. That's
I mean, I wonder what his 40 was at that point. 5'2".
my best 40. What was your best 40 time?
The last time I got a 40 recorded was hand time my junior year of high school in the morning, and that was the last time, and that was a 4.7.
Very nice.
I mean, hopefully I can get under that now. I mean, hopefully I didn't reach my peak.
maybe
my
the
junior
basement
year.
on the go. We do a combine.
Just a combine.
Yeah,
Get that broad jump.
yeah.
I want to know what my vert is. That's what I want to know.
My best 40 time. I got 4.9.
Really?
I got 4'9". I was my sophomore year. I was a skinny little guy, 170
Moving.
pounds, playing left tackle. And I remember two of my buddies. There's only two people who got under 4'9". Chance Sparks plays at Linfield, the one that got 2 picks against us.
I know Chance.
And then my buddy Riley Renner, shout out Will Toast, big pickleball player now. And they got it, and I was like, hey, 2 of them got it, and I got it on this one, and I ran a 5 flat after I said that, and I was like, nah, I got to run it back. Got that 4'9".
Got that 4'9".
Yeah. Now I'm a little retired athlete. Let's see. Now
You said you were a 170-pound left tackle, and that was your sophomore year?
Yeah.
My junior year, my left tackle was 125.
125 pounds?
Yep.
How did you do?
Not very well. Shout out John.
Shout out John.
I love you, brother.
Hanging in there, homie. I was talking, I forget who I was talking about this with. Oh, no. It was one of my friends. We were talking about just high school football. And I was like, yeah, being a lineman it was usually pretty fun, all the O-line, D-line banter. And he goes, well, is this true? Did O-lineman and D-lineman just agree to take plays off sometimes? Yeah. And I go, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Of
course they do.
So this was also my sophomore year. This is so funny to think about. Grant High School was playing at my high school. It was and before we got a turf field, we played on one grass field at our high school every year. It was like our first game. And we would sometimes do no huddle, and I was first game. I'm a little gassed, first game, getting the rust off, and we're going, and he's in his stance, and he goes, "Hey," I go, what? He goes, "You want to take this one off?" And I go, "Oh, yeah." And he just goes and grabs me, and he just like acts like he's, and we're just laughing so hard, and we get nice pass, clean pocket. I was like, "Hey, thanks, bro." The next play, just go right back at it. Just so funny.
But what if he said that to you, and then you take it off,
and he went,
I
still kind of like.
You lose.
I still went in my set.
So
I was
you really start like you're like, all right, let's just see what he's about.
Yeah,
and then you see that he comes off kind of.
Well, because for me, it's the offensive guy, immediate dub. If he's taking a break, because I'm protecting my guy back there. I'm protecting my guy.
Job.
My guy Jack Wilson. Shout out, little Redlands quarterback this year.
Really?
I think so.
Starter?
I think he started this year. Yeah.
Wow, they were pretty good. I think.
Man, was it Redlands? I think it was Redlands.
I think they were pretty. Yeah, they were pretty good.
But it's pretty funny. I do miss those things a lot from football. It's just the best.
Football.
Just like the weird, funny. Well, okay, another story. My buddy Eddie, shout out Eddie. We were playing Beaverton. This is our sophomore year, and we were pass blocking, and he came up to protect, and some guy got through, and I think I turned because I saw it. He steps up to go make the block as running back. He gets blown up, and I see him literally flipping back in the air, and I hear him mid-game go, "Oh, shit," while he's going back. And I go, "Eddie, we're going to watch that in film tomorrow." And my coach, beep, 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 shout out with the replay back and forth. So funny. So funny. Okay, let's get a little back on track here, a little memory lane.
The high school football stories are great.
Oh, they're great. They'll be back probably multiple times. They're just so good. But let's talk about some basketball. We can move on to a little in-season tournament action that went down yesterday, I think, right?
That was yesterday.
Celtics, Pacers, and
Pelicans, Kings.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Well, first off, rip to the guy who died, the Sacramento game.
That was actually super sad and super crazy. Rest in peace. I know they sent out something for him today, but I saw that and I was just like, it's just so crazy that like, it doesn't feel like you're in a scenario like that. It's not like what you think about could happen. Yeah. Like, you're like, oh, we're in this fun environment. But
the players have no idea it's happening. They asked Keegan Murray about it after, and he's like, I had no idea.
I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
I wonder where it was. Probably upper deck, I'm guessing. I don't even know what happened. Heart attack?
I think. And I think they tried to, they did everything they could, and it's just sad.
Too, like 30.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
That's sad.
Rest in peace.
Triple-double, Tyrese Halliburton. I didn't really have to move on from that one.
That's a crazy jump. No turnovers.
Yes. Pretty super impressive. I mean, I read the stat before we started shooting about Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
It said no one's had, was it?
It was 30-point triple-double,
30-point triple-doubles, 2 with no turnovers in the past 40 years, and he's done it twice in the past 6 days or something.
4 days.
Or 4 days.
Yeah.
That guy's just different, and he just doesn't want to be playing basketball. He just wants to be racing horses.
He's a Serbian.
Yeah,
crazy.
Just wants to race horses. He loved the parade. He didn't want to go to the parade, but he loved the parade.
No, he ended up loving it.
But
he's a party animal.
I am happy with how this tournament has been going.
Oh, yeah.
People were not for it.
No.
But did
I
you-
wasn't at the beginning. No, I was not.
I was for it because I've seen it done in soccer a bit.
And I hate soccer. So
Well, fair enough. But the MLS did it with the league in Mexico, and it was the same thing. People were like, "Oh, it's not going to matter. Like, why do they care about it?" And they were playing the games, and it was like 50% at Providence Park were Timbers fans, and then 50% was a team from Mexico, and it like the fan
And it
was
was-
split,
yeah.
and it was nuts.
it was a nice environment.
It was crazy. I remember
Yeah.
watching it, and I was like, "This is absurd."
That's
But
what people are saying about the in-season tournament. It's like this is like a playoff atmosphere.
which is like, and you're getting that
Yeah.
middle of the season, like.
Early in the season.
It's making these regular season games feel big,
Uh-huh.
and it's awesome. And like for the Pacers, I saw some stat where it was like 6 or 7 players
10.
or less.
It was 10.
Is it 10 players? Less than $3 million.
$3 million
dollar
are making
contracts.
less than $3
And
million.
they're like they want that $500,000 bonus, but it's
Oh.
$500K per player,
Yeah,
and that's a lot for them.
especially
That's a
$3
lot
million
for them.
deals.
And,
yeah,
and like three
It's
of
a
them,
sixth of the contract.
3 of them were two-way players too, so it's like those contracts aren't even like.
and they were getting
guaranteed.
hyped on the bench too.
Like if I want the Pacers, I kind of want.
They're
them to
so
go all the
fun.
way.
They're fun.
It's-
Like Halliburton is probably right now like one of my top 5 players to watch in the league right now.
Yeah, I think he might be leading MVP odds or something right
That's great. You know, and I think I saw that today. Both the NFL and the NBA MVP leaders, Iowa State, Brock Purdy and Tyrese Halliburton. Go Cyclones.
now. It makes you think, did the Kings make the right choice between the guards? At
They
the
keep
time,
saying
obviously, you
that.
have to.
I feel like it was a win-win.
It was.
Wasn't like
It is.
like,
And you
they
can't.
took him like Sabonis has been great for him.
It's
and
true.
They got their first playoff appearance in 16 years.
yeah.
16 years before they made the playoffs.
I guess everyone tries to put these in negative lights when like
Yeah.
like this is because I guess usually trades someone kind of does a win. Just both. I'd say both
They-
won.
they
this
both
one.
won, I
Because Fox
think.
is great still, obviously.
he's
Sabonis is
fantastic.
great.
Yeah.
And Tyrese Halliburton gets to flourish.
And you don't know if Halliburton progresses like that in Sacramento. You just don't know.
Because Fox gets the touches, Monk gets touches.
Oh, yeah.
Like what other guards?
Well, do they bring in Monk if they trade Fox?
Exactly.
Like
Who
all
knows?
these things. You don't know.
It's a what if? What if? What if? What if?
What if they kept them both? What if they they wouldn't have the ball as much?
And they wouldn't have a post.
Nope. They wouldn't have Oh wait, no, I think he was born in America. Never mind.
Sabonis.
Yeah.
Shout out Arvidas.
Arvidas.
Dog.
Yep. Wish he got they drafted him in like 1986 and he didn't come over
For a while.
until like 10 years later.
And he was so ahead of his time. If you watch his highlights,
yeah.
like pulling
Crazy.
up from deep, he was literally kind of like Jokic.
Yeah.
Like the passes he would make, and he was massive.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was tall and he was big.
Shout out to the Soviet Union.
Fair enough. That's funny. That's
Because
hilarious.
he was on their Olympic team. I think that was when they beat. I think he was the reason that we had to make the dream team.
Really.
Because we were just sending college players over there, and not pros, and they were having their pros play us. And I think the Soviet Union won the gold in '88, and he was on that. Like he was the best player on that team. But they beat it was like David Robinson in college, and it was guys like that. So we were like, all right, we got bronze. We're like, all right,
We're done.
send the cavalry.
And
Yeah.
and ever since we've just kind of ran it. Except
Except there was because we had the redeem team, and we got like silver, bronze.
it seems
that year.
like this team coming up is about to be ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Like it seems like everyone's kind of coming out for this one. Like because Curry was like, I was talking to some people.
Yeah,
and they were
yeah.
Like, oh, you're talking to Braun. Like let's bring it out. Like and if Braun goes, a lot of
Oh,
people
yeah.
are going.
Was it like Kevin Durant already
KD.
said?
I bet
Booker.
I bet Dame, Booker, and Embiid.
Embiid.
It's crazy
That's
because
crazy.
he said he would play on Team USA.
I don't, dude, go rep your country.
Yeah.
Like,
And, like,
who has he played for before?
Has
Because
he even-
he's France from Cameroon.
Maybe. Something.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's ever.
I kind of don't like because you could I guess it's kind of a gray area because you could kind of pick where you want to play in the Olympics.
He wants to be
Yeah,
part
and-
of the great team that's going to be assembled.
It's true. I mean, it's pretty. I mean,
It's a weak move. It's a KD move.
It's a game. I'm excited. Either way, we're gonna hopefully run things. But there's always France is always kind of.
Yeah, what if he played for France? That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Him, Gobert,
Batum.
still playing for him. Who else is French? There's a lot of Frenchies around.
Tony Parker's not playing anymore. But
No, he could probably come back.
he probably
play
could,
a little
be
bit.
their point guard. Why
Yeah.
not? Why not?
You know who's always great? Australia.
Wait, Boris
Always.
Diaw, is he on the? Well, he's not playing
No.
anymore. I guess I don't know. But wasn't he on the France team?
Was he French?
I thought
don't
so.
even know.
Shout out the French.
He was the original point big man, Boris Diaw.
Remember when he had that little tap shot? The shot clock was at like 0.3, and they
I
bounced
thought
past it.
I thought that was Trevor Booker.
I thought that was Boris Diaw. Thiago Splitter, maybe. I don't know. Not Thiago Splitter. Just random Spurs players that were just gonna.
Just a bunch of random dudes. Trevor Booker shot.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Yep,
It was.
Booker. Yeah, I remember him. The last thing, I think he got traded to the Big Three Nets, and that was the last I ever heard of him. Trevor Booker.
For the in-season tournament, do you have to just win one game for the quarterfinals and then you automatically advance?
Yeah, it's win. Like
Yeah,
win
it's
and
a
move
single
on.
elimination now.
Win and move on. It
'Cause
was the
we
group
have. Isn't there
stages for
16? Is there 8 teams left or 16? There's 8.
Well, now there's 6, but
Wait, was the Bucks game? Was that an in-season
that was
tournament
an
game?
in-season
Oh, it was.
today.
Yeah.
Okay, so they
And the
just
Lakers-
throttled.
Lakers and Suns are playing right now too.
Oh, they're playing right now.
I think the last time I checked, the Lakers are up to like 15 or something.
Braun wants that check. Do you see him talking about it like in an interview? He was like,
Mhm.
"Hey, I want the little bonus." They were like, "Dog, your contract is like 100%, like 100 times more than."
He's a
what that-
billionaire.
Yeah, it's like
He's
what?
like the 5th billionaire athlete in the world.
He wants that 500K. Though. I mean, it's still a lot of money. I mean, I would.
He just wants an in-season tournament because Jordan doesn't have one. Does that make him the GOAT?
MJ got that NBA Cup. No. I mean,
He goes,
this
Bron's 1-0 in the tournament.
I mean, this is a can of worms to open, but like, the more Braun just kind of be doing stuff, it's so hard for me because growing up, I was a Jordan guy. I was always like, he's the GOAT, like 6-0, that mentality, da 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 da. But it's like, past Kareem, it's like the numbers he's putting up this year. People are like, this would be the year he slows down. No, like, what else does he have to do? Win another one?
Yeah.
Are you still?
Oh, I'm a Jordan guy
Jordan
for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I think if I talk to someone and you pick either one, I'll be like, it's a fair, like, there's nobody else to pick.
You know what I think's a better debate and really tells like how people view basketball? Who do you got? Who's higher for you all time? Kobe Bryant or Tim Duncan?
It's tough. Okay, so I just had this is funny. I was going to possibly bring this up. My list goes like Jordan, LeBron. I'm still trying to figure whatever out. I think Kobe is third because the reasoning that people have Jordan better than LeBron are the exact reasons Kobe is great. He's 5-0 in the finals.
No, he's not.
He's not 5-0.
They lost. They lost.
Oh, they lost to.
They lost twice. They
he's
lost. To
5-2
they lost to
in
the
the
Pistons.
Well, he's 5 and 2.
5 and 2.
Okay, well then, so he's got 5, right? He has 5 rings. And then so everyone's like, it's not a ring debate because if it was, Bill Russell would be it.
Yep.
They say it's the Jordan mentality. What is the closest thing to the Jordan mentality?
The Kobe mentality.
The Mamba mentality. But Duncan, right? Because I think that's the top 4. Because Duncan.
You think Duncan's fourth?
I don't. I mean, he's so great. People don't talk about him enough, and I think it's just because he's Tim Duncan. He's Mr. Fundamental.
Exactly.
And it's just like
If you go, you go through accolades. Tim Duncan beats Kobe handily.
it's true.
And then you go with the rings. Tim Duncan was the best player on all 5 of his chips.
It's also true.
Kobe was the best player on 2 of his 5.
But then they said he couldn't do it without him. Without
That's
Shaq.
true.
And then he said, "Oh, I'll get 3 more. I don't need Shaq." I'm not super set in stone with it, but the reason I've been like Kobe needs to be a lot higher, but I also think Tim Duncan does need to be a lot higher. You know, we'll have to make a list. We'll have to do a top 10 list. And
I'm thinking about it right now. But yeah, we can do that
we'll have to do it because
when we get out of
I
football
feel like
season.
a fool thinking Kobe went 5-0. What am I thinking? I didn't even.
I'm a
He
fool.
lost to the Celtics.
Yeah, the
not-
Celtics
obviously,
and
what
then
am
the
I thinking?
Pistons.
Yeah,
The Chauncey Billup.
I don't deserve.
Pistons.
I don't deserve to be on this show. I'm a fraud.
We'll find your replacement. Don't worry.
He's sitting over there, I guess.
What were we moving to before? I don't even know how we got off on that. We were talking about
talking
Eddie
in-season-
Lacy and
in-season tournament we were talking about.
Oh yeah.
But it's
Oh,
fun.
I didn't even get to watch any of the Pelicans Kings.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't really. But the Pelicans won. Did they win handily?
I didn't get to see it.
And they're just like, that's a team. It's like, oh wow, like you forget the Pelicans are good.
They are.
They have a lot of talent on that
Zion's
team.
healthy
They're
and
just
playing.
never healthy ever.
No, And he's playing.
I think like them three, Ingram, Zion, McCollum have played together like on the same court like 20 times maybe.
I think Ingram went stupid yesterday. I think he had
I
a
think he
30 point
had 30.
triple-double or something like
Yeah.
that. They
that
won,
makes sense.
They won by 10, 127 to 117. Fox had 30, Ingram had 30.
Wow. Did Zion play? Zion played?
Let's check that box score.
Because no, when Brandon Ingram was on, like he's slightly smaller KD. Honestly,
I think I 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years, maybe it was last season. I was like, 2 dark horse MVP candidates are both Zion and Ingram if they both stay healthy and they're like a top seed.
Yeah.
Because Zion's just like,
they were the 1 seed before.
Zion got hurt.
But before Zion got hurt.
He only had 10.
Zion only
Really?
had 10
How many
last
minutes?
night. Really? 28 minutes.
That's really
he went
disappointing.
5 for 8, 0 for 2 from 3, 6 boards, 6 assists.
It was just a Brandon Ingram kind of night.
He had 3 steals.
Got active on the defensive end.
Jones had 23.
Who was that?
Herb Jones.
Herb Jones.
Herb.
I love Herb, man. It's an old school basketball player. Really good defender.
Yeah.
That's a guy that I want on my team and don't want to play against.
Shout out my boy Will, big Herb Jones fan. I think
Really?
actually. Well, I'm just spreading false rumors maybe all day today. I'm just not locked in, I guess.
Maybe Will's a big Trevor Booker guy.
Maybe. Will you Trevor Booker guy? I'll have to ask him.
I have to ask him.
He has some basketball takes. He is my favorite guy to talk about the Blazers with because he
has some crazy takes.
not even crazy, he just like he'll cut it to you like straight. He's like, we will not win anything with Jody Allen running this team.
Oh.
He's like, we will not do anything until
Go
she's
after the
gone.
top.
So yeah, he's like, we need to clean out. You know a funny story about Will, actually? He's driving in Lake Oswego, driving just up a hill, and he just sees someone running, and he's like, this guy looks really familiar to me. And he turns, and he looks at him, and then he goes, he's like, who was that? It was Neil O'Shea.
Really?
Right after they fired him.
Wow.
On a run, just running around
Just
town.
running around trying to run off.
And the things that I've heard Will and I say about that man, I wish he would have rolled down his window and been like, just hey, what up, Neil? How you doing?
What up, Neil?
How's the job search going?
Oh. Didn't he have some stuff happen in the organization too? Yeah.
Made it a little easier probably for him to let him go. But he should have been out
a long time
ago.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Did he hire Chauncey? Or was it? Who's the guy now?
Joe Cronin, Trader Joe.
Yeah.
That's what they call him. Trader Joe.
Yeah. How do you like Goggle Scoot?
I remember watching the first game with him, and I didn't even know that was happening. And he came on the court, and I was
You're
like,
who's this point?
what is going on? But he's been playing better, but
Yeah, they
still
put the
taking-
stats up. They put the stats up. They were like, is the goggles the answer for Scoot? And it was like before the goggles, like 8 points per game, 3 assists. After the goggles, 9 points per game, 4 assists. I'm like, well, I mean, there is an improvement. I was expecting a little more.
just give it time. I'm at the
No,
point.
I
where-
think he's gonna be
I'm at the
good.
point
Yeah,
where
yeah.
if it takes a season or two, that's just how
I mean,
our timeline is.
We're 20 games in.
Yeah,
We're 25% of the year. It was rookie year.
and he missed
And-
half of that.
And rookie guards are historically bad in that first part of their rookie year. I think he will be. I think we're okay.
Yeah, and he missed
fine.
half. Tumani Kamara has been looking great though.
Yeah.
The guy, everyone thought he was just a throw-in for the Ayton trade, and now he's looking like
Probably
one
better
of the
than
better
Ayton
one of the
is.
better rookies. Yeah.
He's disappointing.
I mean, he just be getting boards, and that's
it.
about it. I mean, they played Phoenix, and he had a good
It's
game.
like the
of
opposite
course.
of what he was doing in Phoenix.
He's just getting.
They need him to go crash the boards, and
He's
he
not
wasn't.
doing it.
And now that's all he's doing in Portland. They really drilled that into his head.
He's like, you need a
Boards,
rebound.
boards, boards.
They don't even shoot the basketball.
Dominating.
Dominate, yeah. I hope. I mean, I just wish. I wish again. He was like, he is the player he's going to be. He's not going to change.
He's not going to. No, probably not. Like, what else is he going to add to his game?
He needs to just.
His jump shot devolved.
Let's hire LaMarcus Aldridge on the staff, and let's have him teach him a little post fade. Teach him a little.
That would be sick. But I don't want to throw the ball down to DeAndre Ayton 20 times a game.
People
for
forget
a fadeaway.
LaMarcus Aldridge would get 30 just quietly.
Dude,
on
even in
that
San
fadeaway.
Antonio, when he couldn't even run anymore, it was like Dirk. It was him and Dirk. Like,
You couldn't
they
stop
couldn't
it.
run anymore, and it was just, dude, that
It's disgusting.
turnaround jumper, yeah.
He was my favorite player growing up, and he's the reason that I would only shoot fadeaways growing up. That
Yeah.
was like I'd be in my part.
I need to develop
the fade.
Fadeaway. Oh, it's such a cool shot.
And if
And
it's
you have
so
it in your
hard.
bag.
It's so hard for people to do anything about it.
Oh, exactly.
Especially if you're
I
that
mean,
tall.
No, I mean, for me, it'd be pretty easy.
Pretty
for people.
easy
But
to
yeah,
suggest.
but yes, for somebody tall, you know who I think has the best turnaround jump shot ever? Never saw him.
It's not Dirk.
Nope. Never saw this guy miss ever. This shot.
Sean Livingston.
Yep. Sean Livingston.
Shout out Sean Livingston, the deadliest player in the
Oh my
mid-range
goodness.
ever.
Dude, with the Warriors for those 2 years, never saw him miss a mid-range jump
Or
shot.
shoot a three.
Didn't need to.
Not. God, that.
Dude, he should have won Sixth Man of the Year. I think it was the 73 win year.
Mhm.
I think they gave it to Jamal Crawford again for
Yeah.
the third time. But like,
I do love watching that guy play
no,
basketball.
he's a good basketball player. But
It's
man,
a
that
hooper
was
right there.
I mean, Sean Livingston.
Yeah. And it's just. And
People are
you knew,
gonna forget about. They've already forgot.
You know,
about Sean.
And he blew it like his leg.
Oh yeah, no,
injury.
he was a high draft pick.
And they thought he never
Play
played
again.
basketball.
Yeah.
Like ever. And he,
And he remade himself into an off the bench guy.
just demon from
Oh.
mid-range. Demon.
Never saw him miss. I can't even.
And it was the
I'm just
pull-up. It was
picturing
the turnaround and then the
Oh,
pull-up.
he'd get smaller guards on his
Well,
back.
because he's super lengthy and tall.
Yeah, he's like 6'7".
Never. That's the guard you want on your squad.
I want Sean Livingston. I want prime. Well, no, not even. I want past the prime Sean Livingston. That's what I want.
Second prime. Sean
Second prime,
Livingston.
yeah.
It's so funny.
Six man.
I think it's funny, like the memes about how guys can just sit and talk about random players forever. But I was with my buddy with Isaac the other day. And
Yeah.
we were just talking about running backs, and I was like, Doug Martin.
Oh, Doug.
Now
Martin.
Sean Moreno.
What about
Monty
Curtis?
Ball.
What about Curtis Martin?
Curtis
the dad?
Martin. Oh, that's his. I didn't even know that was
That's his dad.
Wow, a little
He,
running.
you know, for a while, he was like 4th on the all-time rushing list,
Right.
and he's been passed by Frank Gore.
Frank Gore Jr. I saw something that people were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's Frank Gore with like a wig on, just so
Yeah.
he can play another 40 years.
Where was he at? Southern Miss
Yeah, he was good. He had a good year.
Yeah.
He declared yesterday, I think.
for the draft.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Was he a senior? Or
I think it was a senior, yeah.
okay, Frank
And
Gore Jr. That'd be crazy.
He's.
Dude, I'll take him.
I hope-
Undrafted, I'll take him.
I hope he does. Like, I mean, I hope he just. I think very similar running style. I'm pretty sure. It is crazy how
Run
long
straight.
Frank Gore as a running back played.
That's insane.
That doesn't happen
without
anymore.
injuries like that.
That doesn't happen anymore.
No, man.
People
Built
don't
different.
do
He's made us something a little different. Into the rapid fire picks for what is this week? Are we 14 now?
that. I think so. Week
Okay.
14.
Yeah, you were 8-4 last week. I'm 9-3 as of right now. Let's start with the game of the week: Patriots Steelers. Who you got? Who you got?
Are you ready for the New England Patriots to win 12-7?
Dude, honestly,
4 field goals by the Patriots and 1 touchdown.
Who's-
Because Kenny Pickett's hurt. He's
Who-
not.
yeah, but who's playing for the Steelers?
I'm not sure.
Is it Rudolph or is it Mitch?
I hope it's Mitch. Oh my God, Mitch versus Bailey Zappi in prime time. Is there anything else you want?
I want Jake Browning and Gardner Minshew.
That
That's
is
what I
facts,
want.
actually. That's
That's what I want.
I'm going Pats 12-7.
You think so? I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers just because I think it's throughout the Patriots organization that they want a high draft pick and they want to get a quarterback in there. So I'm gonna go Steelers in that one. What about Texans Jets?
Go Texans. I'm
Yeah.
I'm a big Texans fan.
No, they're good,
It
man.
sucks Tank Dell went down for the year though.
That does.
Do you
suck.
see they cut Tim Boyle? The Jets. did?
Thank God. Get him out of the league.
Like why was
Jesus.
he ever around?
Get him out of the league.
Oh, it's so funny. Wait, you say
Uh,
your own Jets? Is that what you said?
no.
Oh, I was about to say.
I was gonna ask Zach Wilson. Is he starting that game?
Did you see that he doesn't want to?
Yes.
He-
How is he still on their roster? How did they bring him back from last year after they Yes, exactly. Like bring in a real backup quarterback for Rodgers. Like they brought him back after benching him, humiliating him, brought him back. Then this year he starts. They bench him, humiliate him, and now they need him back again. They realize, oh wait, Tim Boyle sucks. I could have told you that from my couch. It's just get everybody out of there.
It's bad.
Yeah, Texans.
Carolina, New Orleans. Do me a favor, Panthers. Get that
Win a
W.
game.
Get that W, please. I'm going to take him again. Bryce Young looked good last game, but it was just pissing rain, and I think that obviously you got to play through
he's
that.
Good.
He is.
He's a good player.
People hate on him. I think he'll
They
be
have
better.
nothing. They have nothing besides him on that team.
And
Him and
like-
Adam Thielen.
Yeah, and even
Miles
then-
Sanders has been maybe the worst running back in the NFL. Worst starting running back in the NFL this year.
which is crazy. I was like, that's a pretty good weapon for them out there.
Yeah, help him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go because Derek Carr I think is out as well. Which that might be even
Jameis Winston.
famous Jameis.
This is super off topic, but I was thinking about this the other day. Trayvon Diggs, I think is the Jameis Winston of defense.
Trayvon Diggs is the Jameis Winston. Yeah. No, I understand what
Like
you're
that
saying.
30
Just
touchdown,
because
30
it's
pick
either
year.
it's either a pick or a touchdown, and for him it's either a pick or a touchdown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's
It's a good comparison.
it is.
I think Diggs is maybe a slightly better
Yeah,
player.
yeah.
But
yeah,
no. I
yeah,
understand the
yeah.
comparison. Yeah.
Rams, Baltimore
Rams,
Baltimore, baby.
Baltimore.
Come on now. Coming out of a bye week.
at home. Yeah,
Mm.
I think Ravens kind of like. I think 2 weeks to prepare for the Rams with that defense. I think they're kind of gonna make it. But the Rams do look kind of nice.
Yeah,
right now.
I want to take the Rams.
If you guys can just stop the run, right? Kyron Williams didn't do nothing.
He didn't do much this last week, I don't think, on the ground. Puka had a huge game.
That's true.
Puka's been great.
What about our secondary?
Just it's your pass rush. If your pass rush can
I'm gonna go Ravens.
I
'cause
will too.
They have a good formula for winning football games, but
I will too.
yeah, I think it'll be a good game though.
Great pick.
Great pick.
Tampa Bay at Atlanta.
Tampa Bay at Atlanta. I gotta think. I gotta process that in my
Where's
brain.
that?
Tampa Bay
Atlanta.
at Atlanta. Oh, that's a game that I don't want to watch.
I think I'll go. See, my heart has been at, like Atlanta should be winning these games.
They should be if they just give the ball to their best players,
But they just
don't
don't.
really like doing that.
I think,
for some reason. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I think they separate in the division here. I think Mike Evans gonna have a good game though.
That's like I kind of.
And I'm just waiting for Baker to have a crappy game because I
He's
just
just
think
kinda-
he's
he's
got
a-
one in the tank, right?
It would be away on the road in a division game probably.
I think this will be where it finally falls apart.
I think I'll
for
go
them.
Atlanta too. Yeah.
Let's see. Did we say Indianapolis, Cincinnati? Did
No,
we
we
do
have
that one
not.
yet? No?
The Apple Cup rematch
Awesome, man. I love it.
What's
in
the record?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's 6-6, and the Colts are 7-5. The Colts are in the playoffs right now. They're the last wild card.
Colts
It's awesome.
Colts to lose again.
Need the Colts to lose.
Who wins this one? Damn, I really want to see Jake Browning just like keep just
Light it
spin
up.
that. Yeah.
I'm a believer. I just like that the Colts are winning games because them and the Texans, like nobody thought either of these teams were going to be any good this year.
I do think the Colts win. I think the Colts. That's my pick. The Colts win, but I hope Jake Browning and Minshew have like 4 touchdowns each and
a
like,
duel?
just
A
something
duel
nuts.
for the ages?
Like, I hope there's no defense played in this game. Like none at all. Jacksonville at Cleveland.
Man, this is also
Joe
Joe Flacco v. C.J. Beathard. Throwback. C.J. Iowa.
I go.
How do Iowa quarterbacks get drafted in the NFL? How does that happen? He probably averaged 12 points a game in college.
That's super funny, actually. I probably go Cleveland. I think their defense it's in Cleveland, probably makes.
Overcomes Flacco, Elite Joe.
I think Flacco.
You're going Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go Jacks. I gotta go with my boy Beathard there.
All right. Detroit at Chicago. Detroit's gonna eat.
Yeah.
I don't really think there's much else to say about it. Huh?
Jared Goff, I need to go off. Trevor Lawrence went down in my fantasy.
Oh, gotta get Jared Goff to pick it up.
You picked him up, or did you have him?
I had him.
Oh, you lucky dog.
I think they win multiple scores. Oh, I didn't know this was a game this week.
It won't be a game.
Well, Seahawks
It'll be
Niners.
quick.
Hey, I mean, I know the Niners just handled the Cowboys, but the Seahawks did look great against the Cowboys. They look better. They look good in San Francisco.
This is
You
this
guys-
is where
you
we
guys-
lock up the division.
You guys
right
ran them out of Thanksgiving. Yeah, San
here.
Francisco
in
probably
Seattle.
won.
We ran him out of Thanksgiving.
I just want to see Gino just have a good show. Let's have a good show, Gino.
I really hope that he has a crappy game and we make his life hell.
Just need Debo to give me some points again.
Debo's been
enough.
great these last couple weeks, and I think he will be great again.
Minnesota at Las Vegas.
This is a weird game. So many backup quarterbacks playing
A
against
ton.
each other.
My thing is, when we played basketball,
So, Denver, Los Angeles Chargers in Los Angeles, which doesn't matter. It's basically a home game for the Broncos. Oh, you know what? I think the Chargers win the game, though. I do. Which is, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think
I mean, I guess
I think that was enough to rattle the Broncos, take them off their high last week.
Yeah, I was really sucked seeing Russ with that pick at the end. I really was like, man, he's gonna do it. And it was just a bad pick.
Bad decision.
Yeah,
Oh, the last play of the game?
the pick that he threw in the last drive. Like I thought, I was like, oh, he's
It
coming
was
back
fourth
to the
down.
It was fourth down.
Wait, are you probably talking about a different pick? You're not talking about the last play of the
I don't
game,
know if it
are
was
you?
the last play of the game, but I know. You know what I'm talking about,
I know what
right?
you're talking about where he got pressured, he rolled out right, and then just threw it up to his tight end. But
No. That was the last play of the game.
Oh, so that was
That was
fourth
fourth down. He had to.
Yeah, okay, fair. Yeah, it just.
And honestly, I mean, he gave his tight end a chance.
Yeah.
But his tight end got mossed by Jimmy Ward.
Yeah, he did. I think Denver wins this one.
Okay.
I think they bounce back from it. I think. I'm not saying Russ is gonna have a great game, but I think the Denver Broncos are looking pretty good, and I think the Chargers defense sucks balls
Yeah, well, I mean, they gave up 0 points. They had a shutout last week.
against
Maybe the worst offense.
maybe ever, like
Ever?
historically the worst offense to ever touch turf. It's what the greatest show on turf. It might be
The
just
worst show on turf.
Yeah, whatever.
Ooh, this is a game right here. Buffalo, Kansas City. Uh-oh.
I don't.
Hey, if
What is it?
Buffalo, Kansas City.
And you know what I would have done? It's in Kansas City. If the Chiefs had beat the Packers last week, I would have taken the Bills. But since the Chiefs lost, and it's in Kansas City, I think I have to go with Chiefs.
I'm also gonna go
and I
Chiefs.
think that pretty much does it for Buffalo's season because
Yeah.
they're 6-6 right now. That would put them at 6-7. Like, oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
I-
Does
yeah.
Sean McDermott get fired?
They said he's safe all season. They did say they're not going to fire him, but I don't know what the offseason looks like. But ooh, Philly at Dallas.
I need the Cowboys to win. Cowboys win.
You guys are tied, right?
We guys were. Well, I mean, we have to win too, but yeah, everybody would have a 10-3 record, and we have beaten both of those teams. Next stop, Detroit.
I think Philly wins this game. I think they're going to have a bounce back after getting.
Whomped.
Handled, trounced.
Dom
I think
DiSandro.
they bounce back, and I think it's probably going to be close. I think Dallas because they did they lose their
Dallas lost
they
the
lost
first
the last
game,
time.
yeah.
Usually I kind of go split, but I think Philly's just.
You think so?
I think Philly
I'm gonna
wins.
go with Dallas. I think they do. I think they will split this year, and I think the Cowboys are riding a high, and the Eagles are tired because they're still in this gauntlet.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's been a rough schedule.
Yeah, and they have Seahawks next week too, which
That'll be fun.
not a rollover team.
Green Bay at New York Giants. It's love making time. Give me Jordan Love and the Packers.
Not a Tommy DeVito guy.
It's
It's a good story.
It
Living
is.
with his mother. Yeah, but I think the Packers. I think they're gonna win this game.
3 touchdowns by Jordan Love. 4.
4. He says 4, and there is another reminder that we are in a basement.
Yep.
Flush that toilet.
And the final game we have on our list:
That's our Monday night game.
Tennessee at Miami.
It's a blowout.
Oh,
It's a blowout.
tennis.
It's a blowout.
What if Will Levis just like?
Oh, that's what I meant. I meant Titans blowout.
Oh,
No.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go Miami in that one.
Yeah, me too.
Handily.
Some fun matchups, but
It's a cool week. Yeah.
a lot of
I mean, I'm
backup
gonna be-
quarterbacks.
I hope is Kansas City.
Someone
Man,
all right up
Somebody
there?
is really
Someone-
just filling that toilet.
Yeah, someone had some Taco Bell earlier.
Wow.
A little T-Bell.
We could hear every drop go through.
Catch one right here.
I mean, it's a good segue, I guess, to sign off. Cole, anything to end the day today?
I hope to see Dom DiSandro next week.
That camera's dead.
I hope to see Dom DiSandro next week.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the second episode of The Basement.
Well, that's not my day.
And
Wow.
that
Another
concludes that
flush.
man's bathroom trip. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Adios.